Hey guys, welcome back. We've just left Shasta. Really nice town, really friendly, probably amongst my favourite towns. We stayed at a nice little motel, split it with other Bambi, and we ate at the Black Bear Diner, and a really lovely, generous lady paid for our lunch yesterday in exchange for our stories, and to be really beautiful, really sweet. So this is the next step of my video. The plan is to go from here to Oregon and get to Ashland. We're less than 200 miles from the Oregon border, so hopefully shouldn't be too bad. It's got 100 miles from here to Etna. Gonna crash at Etna for a night, resupply, and then onwards. I've got a big heavy bag of food, which is lovely. I've got a new t-shirt, which is fantastic. The old red one did a good job, served its time, and was getting really ratty and gross. So, new clothes. Even more exciting, new shoes. I've traded out my Ultra Lone Peak 4s, which I got at Casa de Luna, which were brought over by my parents and bought from the amazing hiking and running shop near my parents' house in Guildford, in Surrey. And they served me really well. I swapped them out in the Sierras for boots, but my feet are now, they were getting hurt. The soles were gone on them, they were so thin, really sad. But I'm now in a pair of Hoka 11 Speed Goats 3s, which so far, a lot of padding, feel really comfy. Bambi has also swapped her shoes out and is also in a pair of Hokas, and so far life is good. So welcome to the next part of the video. I hope you enjoy. Looking at the number of viewers, I'm assuming it's really just friends and family, so thank you for putting up with my crap. For anyone who isn't friends and family, really thank you for watching, and I'm really surprised, so good job. Anyway, have fun, enjoy. This is Castle Crag Rocks, and we're in Castle Crag State Park. We could see this from miles away actually a few days ago, and it's pretty cool to be closer. I think the trail runs around the base of it, but I don't know if we'll get better views because we might be too close to actually see the whole thing. And also today is one of the few days where we've woken up and it hasn't been bright blue skies, it's this horrible grey cloud. We'll see how that progresses during the day. I'd prefer not rain, but it is quite nice to not have direct sunlight.
Hello.
Clouds have cleared up a little bit. Still mildly cloudy, but it just takes the heat of the day out a little bit. But another view of Castle Crags, and they look beautiful. I don't know if the video will show, but there is Mount Lassen in the background. It's a beautiful valley. In my earlier video, I said that wasn't sure if we'd get a better view of the Castle Crags, but damn, I was wrong. They're absolutely stunning and huge, and even better, we got Shasta. So we've done 14.5 miles. Now it's lunchtime, but come on, that's pretty special. And then we've just got like another 10 or so to go, and then we've got another campsite that's meant to be pretty awesome for views, so it's a good day. We're just sitting, filtering some water. It's been like a 25-mile day. We're just gonna head to camp in a sec. Really cool day actually. Lots of cool views. Now we're back in some more very flowery grassy woodland. The real unfortunate thing about the day is I've got sunburnt. This is Very sad. New shirt, sunburn. And I get no sympathy here. I just want to point out how utterly incredible this morning's sunrise is, looking over Mount Shasta. We did 25 miles yesterday, we're planning the same today, and we just woke up a little bit earlier so we could see this, and I regret nothing.
Not too expensive.
We are at mile 1533 and we've just found some bloody snow. Like, it gets to about 35 plus degrees Celsius in NorCal. You got this beautiful forest, it's hot, it's mountainous, and there's snow! I thought we were done with this crap now. Thankfully it's not on trail, but I'm not impressed. Or I am impressed that it has managed to stay so long. It's not even cold at night now. Damn. Hey there, so it is about 6:20 p.m. We've been hiking all day, and not a huge amount of filming today. We are 3 miles away from camp, and when we get there, it will make it a 31-mile day, which is the longest we've done so far, which we're really proud with. It's surprisingly not as painful as we expected. Part of that will definitely be down to having better quality, not trashed shoes. The shoes definitely make a lot of difference. My feet don't hurt quite as bad. I mean, they're tired, don't get me wrong, I could definitely do with a lie down and a nap, but my feet don't hurt, which is great. Also, we've been putting a bit more effort and thought into nutrition, trying to eat better foods. So on trail, candy is king, sweet sugar, that kind of thing does help. But I've been trying to sort of increase protein and stuff like that, just try and eat better. I mean, I'm still eating ramen for every supper, but I'm trying to make it slightly better for me. And so far, nutrition's helping. But it's been we got 3 miles to camp, and it's all good. Not much filming today, but nice views. Just focusing on trying to get the miles done. Anyway, onwards and then bed. Ciao. After yesterday's 31-mile day, we're quite tired. So we hit a lie and we didn't set the alarm. Normally we have an alarm for 5 AM. But no alarm now, we've just woken up naturally around about 6:30. Gonna have some breakfast, chill, and have today as a slightly easier day, probably about 21 to 25 miles. But hey, it's all good. This is a really cool thing to find. So down by this stream we've found some California picture plants, which are a carnivorous plant that eat little flies that fly into them. And actually there's a couple of bunches of them along here by this stream. And it's a really nice little find. Really cool. Good morning! It is nearly 7 o'clock on Friday the 9th of August. We woke up at 5:30, watched the sunrise, which was Very nice, and now we're starting going. It's about 18 miles till we get to Etna and our next resupply and hot food and all that. Yesterday we did 21 miles, which was lovely. One of the wonderful things about this trail is we do have pretty much complete freedom. So yesterday we decided around about 4 PM to sit there and have an hour-long break and just chill. And the wonderful thing about this is we can. We're now going up this hill, scree slopey type thing, which is a bit of a pain in your feet, but town food beckons, and it's a bit chilly this morning, but I suspect it's probably going to be another lovely day, so all good. We've stopped about 6 miles from town just to have couscous with mung beans, dried veg and seeds, and it started hailing quite badly, and we're all wrapped up in our wet stuff, and yeah, the weather's turned awful. I'm really glad we're getting into town soon. As a correction to the last video, not just hail, we've just had a massive peal of thunder. So, yay, on a mountainside in a thunderstorm. It's just what I've always wanted, be hit by lightning. I'm really looking forward to getting to town now. Hey everyone, and greetings from Etna Town Park, I guess. We got into town yesterday afternoon, a thunderstorm rolling in. The rain really hit once we hit town. We ate and set up tent in the park. The town very kindly let hikers stay here. You can pitch your tent. They've got showers, they've got charging, they've got toilets. It's a really nice setup, and it's really generous of them to let us do this. So we had thunder and lightning all night, could just see flashes of lightning through the tent. Really cool, not what you want to be hiking in. We're unsetting the tent now. Apparently there might be another storm coming in soon, so we're going to get everything sorted and tucked away, go for breakfast, resupply, and then see where we are regarding getting out of town with weather. I know other people have struggled with a hitch, and it's quite a tricky one, but it's a lovely town. A lot of deer randomly wandering through the town, but it's a really pretty town. I'd recommend it for anyone on the PCT. Definitely stop here, it's a cool town. Resupply looks good, food's great, it's a lovely place. 10 out of 10 would recommend, but and they let you sleep in the park like a real homeless person. It is about 7:30 in the morning. We've emerged from our tent. The rain has stopped, we've got beautiful blue skies, and we're actually above the cloud line, which is kind of weird. Hopefully the weather stays good, because it was cold and wet last night, and that just wasn't fun. We've got roughly 2:27s to get to Sayed Valley, so we better push on. When we are outside the burn zones, it is really pretty around here. Beautiful flowers, beautiful lakes, and some pretty awesome views. We're in the Marble Mountains at the moment, and yeah, they're not too bad. Well, as lunch spots go, that's not too bad. Got my couscous, awesome view, Bambi, life's good. just found a really cool cave right underneath the trail. Yeah, so not much filming yesterday afternoon because slight bit of drama, not us thankfully. Right about 6 miles from camp, a guy who was in front of us, a French guy, managed to fall and dislocate his little finger. Pretty nasty, like finger pointing in the wrong direction and stuff. Really looked quite sore. So I stopped, we splintered it, just using a stick and some KT tape, but he needs to get to a proper doctor, so he has to hike 27 more miles until he can get a hitch where there might be a doctor, which really sucks. So I feel bad for him, but we're off now. Sayed Valley later on, food and resupply, and then on to Oregon. You're a very strange animal. Just a gang of deer casually doing their thing without a care in the world. We are literally so unimportant to them. Deer are weird, man. Like, this is less than 2 meters away. He has no fear. There's a total of 6 of them, I think. We are now on the 7-mile road walk to Sayed Valley. It's about 4:30, so we have to really pick up the pace because the store closes at 7 PM. So if we don't make it to the shop before they shut, we actually have no supper. We're clean out of food, so that will be really sad. So we got to pick up the pace. Should be doable, but I'll be so sad if it's not. We are halfway up the climb out of Sayed Valley. It is a beautiful view, but this climb is hot and sweaty as balls. We started walking maybe slightly later than we should have. We had a nice shower and we delayed ourselves a little bit. But I mean, it's beautiful, but this is hot, man. We just climbed from up there. It's like a 4,500 meter ascent. For a foot ascent, sorry, and it's about 11 miles, and it's just draining and hot and exposed, and there's a lot of poison oak, but it's good views. For the record, this climb really sucks. It's hot, really hot. Just hot and sweaty and uphill, and my bag's too heavy with food and water, and I just like to whinge. I really enjoy a good whinge. But them views though, almost makes it worth it. Hey, so after the big climb yesterday, we actually only ended up doing 15 miles. A guy called Dink, who was hiking the trail earlier on this year, who had to get off trail because of injury, really cool guy, was doing trail magic. So we got down to a road and he was there with ice cream and soda and chocolate and sandwiches, and it was awesome. To the point we vortexed there essentially and spent the night. Now we're off again. On trail Nero meant we've relaxed really nicely, but we are slightly behind. So now we gotta pick up the miles. It's just after 6 AM and it's a lovely morning. Temperature's perfect. It's probably gonna warm up, but it is beautiful at this time of day. I really do love hiking in the mornings. There is kind of a stark beauty to them, but god damn it, I'm starting to hate these burn zones. So after 4 months of snow, desert, rain, storms, mountains, and just pain and suffering, but also just so much happiness, we are at... Here we go. We're entering Oregon. Oh yeah. First morning in Oregon. Pretty beautiful.
But I do not want to use the monitor.
So, we are nearly at Callahan's Lodge, which is our first stop in Oregon. So from here we're going to get a hitch down to Ashland and then resupply, rest and so on. But thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed, and I'll be on with the next one soon. Cheers.